Previously on the Atomless.
Azhaam, he.
Ike. She.
My name is Theriac.
What's up? My name's Skye. Welcome to the Patchwork, my dudes.
There is a crystal in the center of this room. You touch it. There is this doo 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 doo, and the crystal just ding, falls into your hand. These shutters all lift up, and you see hundreds of people.
Let's cheese it!
And a wave of burning hot air expels from him.
Cast Junk Sword and pull out a collection of junk that has congealed around my little rat hand.
I'm gonna die!
I just imagine every time each shot gets fired, and every time they shoot, they're just just fully
Yeehaw! Good job, everyone. Well done. We got it. Right, where do we want to go? I promised a free ride to each of you.
I don't know. I don't mind. It's always just been me. And made it out okay so far with just that.
Well, I've changed a lot, and I feel like if I just go back, I might disrupt what little peace there might be.
I need to get home, actually. What do you think you could pick up for this? And she lifts up the crystal.
Oh, I'm gonna be honest, I have no fucking clue what this is, but this looks expensive as hell. Where did you get this? Ike, you sleep soundly as the whir of the Patchwork engine repeats itself in your mind and dreams. The Patchwork has been flying for a few hours. Scrap has turned all the lights down so everyone can get some sleep. The events of the last few hours pushed you into danger, but you came out with a treasure. There's not much left of your journey now. You're meeting your friends, co-workers or clients back at the VA-11 before they leave for their home planet of Saga again. But for now, you sleep. What does Ike's bed look like? Or how did they sleep?
Ike is sleeping in not a bed. Ike is sleeping in a little, pipe somewhere that she's snuck into. And she has, kind of like a bunch of clothing that she's wrapped up in her little satchel that she's using as a pillow. She does have a blanket that she brought with her. And around, she just has little pictures that she has kind of stuck to the walls of this pipe of her friends.
What do these little pictures look like?
They are magazine clippings of her friends who have been featured in them over the years. Little announcements about their big moves and their big successes and wins and their 30 under 30s things that they've gotten. And she has cut them out and saved them.
As you sleep in these pipes, there's it's really comfortable. The warmth of the engines makes a really just nice little snuggly space. You can feel all of these strands going through the patchwork of these pieces that shouldn't fit, but after some care and knowledge and fixing, they all seem to resonate with one another and feel like they're united, even though they shouldn't logically be. All of these threads wobble and rumble like something has shaken them in the universe. And you hear...
Hello?
Hi?
I am pulling help.
Oh, okay. Okay. Where are you?
I am broken.
Okay. And she'll just get up and, because of the way that this voice came as she was sensing the threads, she's going to take a chance and try to detect tech to try to find where this is coming from on the ship.
Amazing, yeah. How does that work?
I have a 60-foot cone shape ability. So I'll just kind of face like out into the largest part of the ship, hopefully, to detect all technological items that have charges to them. So anything that generates power. I'm taking a chance on this, but I kind of feel like maybe this might help.
Absolutely. Does this just happen and you sense everything, or is there rolls involved?
Let me confirm that. I believe this is instantaneous. There's no roll.
Beautiful. You feel the threads that connect you to all of this tech around you, and there is a pulse that you let out, and you see all of these like ding ding ding, and these like small, like sometimes they're like smaller threads that can't normally be seen by you, or if you don't concentrate. As this pulse gets sent out, you see this from the other room, just like outside of these pipes and more toward the sleeping quarters. This large, thick pulsing. It feels thick. It feels like a maple syrup of a thread, something that's trying to connect and spread out. But as it breathes in and tries to spread out, as it pulls, breathes back out again, it seems to pull threads closer toward it, seemingly trying to pull things. You distinctly can tell that this is the thing that's trying to speak to you.
And is it coming from Theriac's room?
It is.
It is. Yeah, I will scurry my way. I will pitter patter as quietly as I can to pitter over there. And
would you mind really quickly giving me an intelligence check?
yes. Where is that? Oh, here it is. Okay. 11.
As you scurry toward Theriac's room, you don't sense anything weird when you step outside, and you seem to be walking on a flat platform with no walls or ceiling, and it's just pure colorful space for
and I
players.
Do not notice this?
You notice it, but you don't feel anything wrong with this. Player meta-wise, you understand that you're dreaming. Like this is a dream going on, but I hasn't clocked into this idea yet.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
It's like, when you're in a dream and can't quite tell.
Got it. Yeah, so she will run, and she will knock politely on Theriac's door.
there's a of steam, and the door like kind of like clicks off of its own hinges and kind of floats off up. There's this big pulse from this this entity.
You are... Who are you?
I'm Ike. Who are you?
I am Wolf. Broken. I am pulling. Wants to pull.
Can I help?
Bring together. Bring together.
Looking at it right now, what is it? What do I see actually?
Your vision clears. The threads were creating this aura, this colorful swirl of different threads, all connected, like almost guarding this one thing. And these threads, they seem to settle, and you can see the crystal as it almost given shape, like a small constellation floating above the crystal itself, like the crystal is trying to give itself form.
Is it the others? Is that what you need?
I need you to wake up.
And then all of a sudden there's this like deep like pressure that you feel on you, and all of the all of this platform, they all like rip up at the same time, and you are thrown back into this small pipe room. And as you do, and as you hit the back of these pipes and the wind is knocked out of you, you wake up.
I immediately get up and scurry down to Theriac's room and unceremoniously throw open the door.
I think Theriac was just falling asleep at the station. I was just like, gastropod. And then you just and then just, hello?
Sorry, Doc. Is the crystal still in here, right?
It's right there.
I will go over to it and give it a little pat.
You seem to pat a crystal. It doesn't feel like it has the same threads that you were seeing in this dream, that you in that weird space where you're now clocking like, oh yeah, that was a lot of weird shit going on. Yeah, and it seems just like a normal crystal. Expensive.
Doc, can I ask you something?
Certainly. Are you petting the crystal?
What? I was just trying to get a feel for it, really. Can you tell if it has any qualities in common with any of the things you study?
Well, I can certainly bring it into my micro lab. One moment. And I can actually use a cool ass little ability I got as a biohacker. So biohackers get a cool little thing called a custom micro lab. You can just do a bunch of tests and shit in here. It's cool. So I can do a check to identify it. If it's an unliving thing, which is what I assume this crystal is, it'd be a physical science check, which is a measly +9. So.
Oh, pathetic.
I know. Wretched.
I'm almost ashamed of you.
I know, right?
That's a 26.
How long does this take you? Also, what does your microlab look like?
So Theriac's microlab looks like it resembles a lot of the like robotics in the original Jurassic Park, like lots of like a small contraption with like kind of arms, and they like rotate things in place, and there's like a little like UV light, like almost like a little like small soiled bedding area, and it looks like it's primarily designed for like organisms, but there are certain features within it that have like there's like an internal computer that like scans like inorganic material like fossils or geodes and rocks, like what we're doing right now. So one of these like little robotic arms just kind of goes over, picks up the crystal, puts it inside of like a little cavity, and then there's just like a little purple and blue kind of like laser that just scans all the way down and then back up, and then kind of like a cross field going both directions, or like all three directions, X, Y, and Z axis. It takes 10 minutes.
This, for all intents and purposes, with everything that you have tested it on, is a purely normal... It's just a gem. It's a really nice gem. But as your experiments go on, and hitting into the end of these experiments, it seems to have weird... Something is incorrect. You are doing the wrong test. And it feels like it is slightly organic. And as you're testing it, the outside, this gem crystal is pure solid. It is a normal crystal. But inside, it seems to have like parts plasma, like a plasma state. There seems to be some form of liquid that flows throughout it and kind of turns some plasma into gas as it seems to have its own biome inside of it. And when checking, you see that both sides of this crystal are cracked, whereas, like, so if we were thinking of this as a pipe, it feels like it's almost the center of a pipe. Like, the going away round is, like, quite manicured, and either side is shattered, broken, but the plasma liquid and like gaseous state doesn't like it shows no signs of anything other than being just like this crystal.
I might have to run another diagnostic on this specimen, but it's... How can I put this? You're aware that you are not you, in the sense of you are actually a climate for bacteria in your digestive tract, and are you aware of that? You should know that. It's very important for your health. Essentially, there are such things as microbiomes that exist within organisms of larger sizes, including us. We don't imagine ourselves to be of grander stature, but regardless, we ourselves contain multiple ecosystems within our own bodies that house billions and billions of organisms that we are completely unaware of. There seems to be something similar happening within this crystal. That there is a secluded ecosystem within the confines of this gemstone. It has what appears to be all four of the states of matter occurring within it. Plasma, liquid, solid, and gas.
So, what you're saying is the crystal could be a person?
The crystal could be a system. A person requires legal distinctions such as autonomy and sapience and sentience.
But biologically, like you said, I'm not a person, I'm just a system of biomes with bacteria in my gut or whatever. But the crystal could have that.
Theoretically. We would certainly have to do more testing. Do you have any experience with this crystal as a person, as an individual?
Well, no. I just had a feeling.
Feelings are important in science. They guide where you want to lead your experiments.
Well, will you keep experimenting?
Experiments at this point would be premature, but I will continue evaluating this particular object to the best of my knowledge. And then perhaps once we have more of an understanding as to what it is, we can perhaps do experimentation.
All right. I do like that. Don't talk to it. Do you do that in your research?
Talk to the subjects.
Do you?
Occasionally, if they respond to, first of all, if they respond to auditory stimuli, but also if they have enough cognizance to respond to commands. I will sometimes teach them to move in a certain direction if we're moving them into like a new exhibit or certain movements for maintenance and manicuring and the like.
Oh, well, then that shouldn't be an issue because this doesn't do any of those things, so you would not talk to it. So I'm so sorry that I woke you up at this awful hour. I will be going back to sleep. We can talk more about this in the morning.
Sure. I do want to inform you. I am returning back to Adun. I do have.
Oh.
I do have work. But if you wished for me to research this in my personal time, I would be interested in doing so, beyond just scientific purposes.
I don't think that I would trust anyone else to do so. I don't know any other organism doctors. So I think it would have to be you.
Very well. In that case, I will ensure that this microbiome will receive the best care I can afford it.
I can see if work is an issue, if you need to get paid, I could probably I can I have a job to finish, and I can usually maybe tell a few little fibs about a very expensive investment. Maybe we could get a little bit of help. I can probably get something. And I don't want anyone else who's not on this ship to know about it.
We are lugging around a rather large gemstone. There will be questions. Do we have an alibi?
It's just really pretty gemstone. It's worth lots of money, probably. We're, trying to make money. I think that's fine, right?
We can workshop it.
That's probably for the best. Again, so sorry to bother you in the middle of the night.
Perfectly all right. I was working alongside Subject A. I forgot.
It's late.
See, it's late. It's a bunch of numbers and letters. That's the problem, is that they're wildly difficult to remember if you just name them randomly.
I said you should name them.
Well, for wild times, we just subject number 0001, subject 0002.
That gets quite complicated after a while.
Well, I'm working with each individual one by one as they're introduced, so it's remembering the order, and soon enough, it's the same as if you call over your friend Jerome, right? Jerome isn't necessarily Jerome-like in form. There's nothing that defines a Jerome by appearance, but you still know them as a Jerome in the same way that I still know subject number 0001 is a carnivorous liquefied gelatinous organism that almost killed Mike.
Well, maybe we could call the crystal by a name.
Very well.
Just as its own little experiment, just to see how it goes.
Sure. What should we name this? Them? This? We're not going to assume personhood until it's established.
Okay, fine. Just so I don't make a total fool out of myself, Matt, the two words that you said were pulling, and the other one was wolf, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just making sure I did not insert that with my own wolf-obsessed brain. What if we called it Wolfie? I was also thinking Spot.
Does it have spots? Like, just as a gemstone, does it have a spot?
Yeah, there are some lights when they hit them. There's like the inner parts of it seem to have these little spots of
like
spots
little bubbles or something.
Yeah, they could be bubbles or they could just be like spots of slightly darker patches.
Very well. Spot. I was hesitant to use anything akin to wolf because wolves are an actual species, so it'd be confusing. Why? You don't want to name your dog human. So.
I kind of do.
Well,
regardless. Thank you.
you're welcome. Now, I'm going to get back to the study of these slugs.
Sleep?
Well,
Sleep.
I could sleep. However, I have this space to be alone now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
A rare
and
opportunity.
He's gonna leave.
Yes. Thank you very kindly. Goes back to
Just doing work?
doing research on these slugs. And can I do that same check that I did for the gemstone on these ding-dang
For
slugs?
Absolutely.
Yeah, baby.
God bless Theriac. They have been naming things numbers for a month, and now it's been a day, and already it's been like burgers and fries. Spot. Wolf.
I didn't even.
I would like to say that I approve of naming all things wolf and anything's wolf.
This whole ship is
What's
called
my
Wolf.
bonus to life science? Let me double check.
Bug? His name is Wolf.
Oh, just a measly plus 11, so it's only a 29.
Ah. Gosh. Okay. So these with your little machine, these little slug-like creatures. Slug is more of a describing term more than like an actual classification of what this thing seems to be. There's like, you can tell it has these really powerful suckers on the whole bottom of it. Occasionally they can just choose to either be almost vacuum tight on like the wall or the ceiling, or just crawl around freely. Their mucus has this slightly acidic quality to them. They're all yellow with these like large spots of blue dotted around them. They don't seem to eat. You've offered them a lot of like different things from your pack, and just small tests to check to see what is the diet of these slugs. And they don't seem to have them, really. They don't seem interested. Occasionally, when you put your hand slightly too close, though, they do jump at you.
Right.
Yeah.
They are parasitic to some degree.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. And especially considering that you know that they seem to take over a host body, which seems to... It's hard to do as good as the role is. It's really hard to do a proper assessment on these creatures without, for lack of a better term, full testing to see how they react to the things that we've seen them react to.
Right. Yeah. I would not be able to recreate the level of experimentation I would love to do with these as I could back at like the wild times
on
like,
Adun. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to.
On Adun. Cool.
The hours go on, and after a little while, the people who are awake, who weren't able to sleep, or maybe everyone, maybe if you're woken up by lights, feel a brightness as Scrap seems to turn on like the daytime lights, which light up all of the corridors. You all do have your individual light switches, which you're able to turn on and off, but you can still see it poking through the door. And there's like everyone's doors don't quite like shut properly. Like a lot of them don't shut properly, and some of them are like very heavy. You have to like pull bits up and pull them out. But yeah, they turn on all the lights. And Theriac, you can feel that these are UV lights which are on. They are like white, like just normal tungsten lights, but you can feel the reeds and your just general plant-like nature react to the light as the lights brighten.
May I say that when the daylight lights come on, Skye groans loudly and rolls over in her colorful hammock, a comic book from last night, crashing to the floor. She grabs a sneaker from yesterday, chucks it across the room at the light switch, and they turn back off, and she goes back to sleep.
You hear, as you throw, you hear the, like, it clicks, but it's like a crunchy click, because you've thrown your shoe at that light so many times, it is coming off the wall, it is, like, snapped and broken. But yeah, you hit it and it goes...
We all have our own bedrooms. What? This ship is huge.
They're not entirely private, but you do have... You have... There's enough rooms for, like, kind of each of you... Kind of. You can... A lot of you... You can, like, all hear each other. It's more curtained off. Like, there's two of you sharing rooms for two... Like, yeah, two of you are sharing rooms, but there's, like, a curtain area which is curtained across and...
Fully, I imagined that, like, Theriac was just, like, in the kitchen.
Yeah, I didn't picture even Skye had her own room. It was just, like, in a corridor with a couple, like, posters from popular TV streams hung up, you know?
None of you have bedrooms. You're all sleeping in the same area, but Ike has their own bedroom because they hide in the pipes. So...
I think there's, like, a bedroom attached to the ship, and no one else wants to sleep in it, so that's where I'm sleeping right now. I do sleep in an actual bedroom because one of us should.
It is. It's not significantly nicer. It's like the mattress is okay. Give me a culture check.
15.
Yeah, it's a used bed, clearly picked up from like an actual.
This is
dump.
the most comfortable bed Azhaam has slept in 30 years.
Yeah, it's fully in Scrap's room as well. Little like you can tell that they kind of have like their own room in the place, but they're like yeah, go use it. I don't mind, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like got like oil stains and shit. There's no sheet on it. It's just like a quilt, which is like a kind of like quite nice feathered quilt, and a bed and with like a pillow. None of them have any sheets on them. They are all just stained and.
Azhaam didn't sleep underneath the quilt. He slept on top of it and rolled up the pillow so it's a cylinder, so you can prop it up underneath the head and not have the weight on the horns. Yeah, thinking things through. But he's not been. He wakes up as the lights turn on, and like that, he's ready to go.
You leave the main area, and as you walk into like the main like deck space, which does have like it has the kitchen in it, which is just like like a couple of. It has like a fabricator, but if any of you use it, it just fabricates just like in Snowpiercer the just protein block. It literally just makes that and can't seem to make anything else. Some of you who have been on other ships know that fabricators for food, especially, you like have a menu and you can go through and you can like pick all your different items and then it fabricates it. But this is just the one solid jelly protein block.
Oh, like the thing from Spy Kids?
Yes? Maybe?
The like microwave where they put in a packet and it like can come out as McDonald's. Did you not mean to do that, Matthew?
No, I meant Star Trek, the space story that have fabricators that fabricate food.
Well, I'm not a fucking nerd, so.
No, I absolutely.
Boom, roasted.
No, yeah, absolutely, Spy Kids. It's absolutely Spy Kids. That's what it is. Yeah, it's the thing from Spy Kids. I completely forgot that existed. I cannot believe I forgot that. 100% is the shit from Spy Kids.
What flavor do these jelly cubes come in?
They come in.
They only come in one, I'm sure.
Protein. That's the flavor. The flavor is
delicious.
You eat this, and it's all you need.
Best meal from a fabricator Azhaam's had in 30 years.
Azhaam, you click the Spy Kids 1 logo, which they had a resurgence, and they made a bunch of fabricators exactly. You click the Spy Kids logo, and it creates this block of protein.
You're in the kitchen now, yeah?
Yeah.
Theriac is up and still looking at the gemstone, I think, and has another book that does not seem super scientific.
You slept. I like wiggle the jelly as I'm like taking a bite out of it because it's fun.
Oh, so sorry. I had a few winks. Yeah. Did you rest peacefully or?
Like a baby.
Good. Rather limited menu on the fabricator. If you were looking for a wider variety of flavors, I have some options in my micro lab.
Well, I mean, I think I'll let you keep them to yourself. Might as well let you have something to enjoy.
No problem at all. You're up rather early. Oh, are the lights on?
You never turned the lights off, did you?
No.
Yeah, they're on now.
Good.
Where are yours? Ike, Skye, Scrap.
I had actually just seen Ike around 2-3 hours ago. Not sure where she's staying. I've not seen Scrap or Skye since we were all discussing the gemstone.
This is a fairly long, like quite big chamber. This is where all your chairs are. at the very other end of the room is these two curtains which are closed. They look like theater curtains from a stage. And you see a little rat hand like pull it back, like, I'm here. I've just been flying. I'm all good. Don't worry about it. You get back to it. It's all right. Shh.
I feel like he's not used to having this many people aboard.
No, I am not.
I would like to walk in. Skye is wearing some sort of band t-shirt, some sort of pajama bottoms that have some sort of cute caricature on them, perhaps a robot. I'd like her to walk in. Is there coffee or something like coffee? Can the fabricator make coffee?
So it can't. The like protein thing has two modes, and it's like block or hot. And Skye Scrap just has a cup and he presses hot and then like puts some coffee flavoring on top and then just drinks that for the day. That's him done.
That'll do. I walk in, I yawn, I slam the button on the hot machine, and I reach into the fridge and grab more leftover pizza. And I say, Scrap, will we land at, what's the space station? Where are we going? Something.
Yeah, we're going back to the
VA-11. Can we pick up some more lag bolts, please? Like, we're not running low or anything, but at the rate that compressor keeps breaking down, I definitely need some backups, you know?
I literally just want to get back for, like, to refuel and then shoot and then just, like, talk about where we're going next, because I want to sell all this crap. So if you want, you can go off, but I don't want to stay longer than, like, an hour.
That's fine, but
I said that they were going back home, so
I'm gonna miss her. She's so cute.
I know, she's cool. Are you still eating that pizza? It's been fully 4 days.
It's good until, like...
I'm pretty sure that fridge does not work.
We got it from that really cheap place, so it's good for, like, a month.
I don't think that's how it works.
Whatever! I'm 17. I can eat literally anything and be fine.
Yeah,
That's not true. I am so sorry to be the bearer of bad news.
Give me something. I'll eat it. I'll eat it right now in front of everybody.
I pull out the flask of cold coffee, you know, the sludge stuff.
The viscous liquid,
yes.
Yeah.
Have at it, and I just toss it at her.
What is it?
I have no idea.
Hell yeah. Screw it. I'm gonna take a sip.
Make a Constitution saving throw. A Constitution tech. Yeah.
Fortitude, I think.
You just drank a mystery drink.
It's not coffee. It is the Kalishta equivalent. They tried, but they messed it up.
I think it's fortitude. You need to roll fortitude.
It's fortitude. My apologies. Please roll a
an
fortitude. Fortitude.
Keeping
roll.
up with the bad rolls from last session.
Yeah, you yak like immediately. Like you drink it and try to hold it down, and it just like bubbles. It is. Have you ever? Sorry, mental image. Have you ever had like old almond milk?
Yep.
Yes.
Andre, I'm so sorry.
Why would you take me back to those days?
It's that. It's just.
Like chunky.
It's just. You expected a drink. It's way thicker. It's with ending this bit. It's way thicker than you think it was, and you yats like
DM X
immediately
cards
you're
himself. I'm sorry. I'm done with what I'm saying.
That's it. Yeah, you throw up. It's gross.
Thank you for the offer, but the offer sucked.
Shouldn't have gone off by
that's what you
now.
get.
I take a sip out of it.
Do a Constitution save.
Are you really
guess.
doing this?
I
get-
do a fortitude.
So
I rolled
fortitude
19.
save. Shit. Fortitude
19.
save. 19? Yeah, no. Listen. Not to fall too much into your backstory, but you've had worse, pal. This is okay. This is fine.
I'm gonna grab the flask from him and say, God, we need to work on those self-loathing issues. And then I'm gonna, I don't, is there a sink?
It's not.
Yeah, there's
Yeah, I
something.
pour it
Yeah,
down the
there's something.
sink.
As you turn back to the end of the ship, you see Scrap. He's fully, he's opened the curtain full way. His chair is like turned 360, and he's just 360, 180, and he's just staring at you.
Me?
Are you gonna clean that up? Yeah, you gonna clean that up?
I'll clean it up. I'm the one who.
No.
Self-loathing
I'm sorry,
issues.
did you throw up on the floor?
Azhaam, no, you will not clean it up. Yes, Scrap, I will clean it up. It's been 2 seconds, okay?
That is gonna get in the cracks, and I swear to God.
I clean it up.
After you're done, I will do a check to make sure you haven't poisoned
Can I roll a
yourself.
medicine check right now?
Yeah. Medicine checks all around for everyone.
18.
10.
22.
Everyone who drunk the fluid is fine. It was just like consistency-wise, was like pretty gross. And old hot drinks are universally terrible. So yeah, it wouldn't have like hurt, but is definitely like a shock. Oh hey, this fucking sucks. This is gross as hell.
I feel like it wouldn't be so
kind of
bad with some ice in there. Bit watering down. A little dilution.
Maybe, but dude, you gotta get a,
It was a gift.
you gotta love yourself more, Azhaam.
It was a gift, okay?
Aw, and you kept it for this long?
I mean, I got it yesterday. 2 days ago.
That's pretty stellar. Where's the other rat?
At this time, the other rat.
Scrap is a rat.
Are you not also a
The
rat?
Scrap is also a little rat.
I is the first rat.
Alpha rat.
Yeah.
Alpha rat.
Alpha rat.
Ike walks tiredly into the kitchen and opens the door of the fridge quietly and reaches a little paw in and just paws herself the cheese off of the pizza and just starts to nibble at it.
I take the rest of the piece of pizza and start to eat it.
Theriac grabs their journal and just starts writing down notes about their diet.
What are you writing?
The field observations.
On us?
I believe that's what he means with field observations, yeah.
Well, did you find anything interesting?
I was just about to ask that, yeah.
Very interesting.
I just shovel the rest of the cheese in my mouth.
How far until we get to Vector 12? Back to the space station.
VA-11.
VA-11. Sorry, it
We,
sounds like a
we're-
vegetable juice.
I know exactly the one you're talking about. It's like V8 or something like that. I know exactly what you're talking
There's a
about.
bottle of it in the
That's
fridge
so
that's
good.
about 20 years old.
Yeah, it's all. Yeah, no, it's Yeah, we're about we're like 2 hours out. We're almost there, super close.
Anybody want to play a board game?
Oh, I actually have a video game.
You have a video game?
I have a system, yes.
No fucking way!
Is everyone at video games now? Is this a thing? Was it? Okay.
What's the game?
Theriac pulls out. It's a sci-fi switch. I don't know how else to put it. Little sci-fi switch. Just asks is there a larger screen or monitor that we could plug this into?
Why are you asking?
Yeah,
me?
I've got like a. Me and Azhaam played some video games on like an ancient TV screen last night. I don't know if we'll have the stuff to like hook it up. You could try.
We can work with what we have on deck.
I'm pretty sure I could help with that if we need to.
We'll do an engineering check? Question mark.
To hook it up. Yeah, engineering sounds about right. Yeah. Everyone who wants to try and hook it up are welcome.
I don't know what the equivalent of like the help action is, but
I mean, help action sounds about right. Yeah, if y'all can all roll separately, everyone who wants to help, or you can like try to set it up, or you can offer to help someone, which means that person rolls with advantage.
Can I roll with computers instead of engineering? For the hell of it?
Yes.
I will give Ike the
10.
help
I rolled a
action.
10. I don't know this stuff.
Nice. It's like pretty new, but you're like, I don't know this. You've never set one up before. It's like, you sure you could figure it out after a little while, but you haven't touched it so far.
Wait, I should roll.
You can roll an engineering or a computers.
Because this is my TV.
And then you can also roll engineering or computers, but you can do it with the help action as Theriac gives you a hand. What'd you get, Skye?
I got a 13. I'm cursed.
Oh, rip. There's like a couple cables that you're like pretty sure are around somewhere, but you and Scrap just don't fucking keep a clean workspace and are like, yeah, it's somewhere. I have no fucking clue where it is. Ike, you're welcome to roll if you want to sit up.
It's in one of these mess of wires. Give me a second. Like trying to untangle the Christmas lights.
How many dongles is there?
A what?
Dongles. Wires.
Dongles.
Bits of-
I call this one the green one. This one's the 2 outies.
She is
This
literally
one's
the
2 innies.
engineer of the entire ship, you hear? Yeah.
Hey, I am self-taught.
I gently knock on a wall. There's a loud clang, and I'm like, yeah, no, it makes sense.
Hey, that's my craftsmanship. Don't diss my craftsmanship.
Makes even more sense.
I believe it's called the Patchwork for a reason.
As this bickering has been going on, Ike is just sitting at the TV, like face near it, and just like having a little whisper chat. Like, I don't know really what a video game is exactly, but I think it would be really nice to see it, and I think it would be nice to see them do it. I'm not sure what you do with... I assume you play it. I know what a game is, but I don't know what this will be like. I get advantage.
Yeah, you get advantage.
Okay, all right. That is going to be a 17.
As you're like, hi.
Hi.
Hello. Hi.
Hi.
I do so want to see what a video game is like. But we don't know how to connect to you.
And you feel like a warm of static. You feel your fur like pick up a little as it tries to like reach the TV.
I give the TV a little scritch. And I say, thank you.
There's like that small static pull as you're like you feel a little bit of static in your finger, and weirdly, without having to connect, the game just kind of gets picked up on the TV.
I'm not gonna question it.
I have Wi-Fi enabled.
Wi-Fi.
What game do you have?
On the screen, it's it's just like the main menu screen, and it has sort of like almost like a galactic map with like very almost like Renaissance looking like images of like a compass and like very early starships and like things that would in this world seem like ancient or like very, very old. So this is YNet. This is a strategy game where you play as different factions from all across the world, all based on real societies and cultures, and each one has sort of different elements of play that they're catered to. Like some are more focused on domination and military exploits, some are more focused on diplomacy, some are more focused on scientific endeavors, some are more culturally based, some are religious. The goal is to just become the most influential power in this galactic system.
May I say I was already scrolling through the factions, and I'm like, I'm gonna choose this guy. He's got cool tattoos. How do I start a war?
We will get there. This is turn-based, so.
In my experience, you just say something. Just speak into a microphone. Yep.
Like anything?
Anything.
Do you have a lot of experience starting wars?
I look around. I think about it for far too long. No.
Okay. I'm excited to play this game with you.
I will warn you, we will not finish it before we land. This will take a long time to finish.
Wait, are we playing a virtual game of Twilight fucking Imperium? Is that what's happening?
we are
Like
playing
Civilization.
This is it's space civilization basically.
Great.
Diana knows what that is. Definitely. Do you win?
Yes, there are different win conditions. There are certain markers of what has to be achieved before that happens, and it differs based on what you're focused in and like what sort of end game you're looking towards. For example, for the faction that Skye has selected, theirs would be very much a focus on conquering and territorial expansion. So for her goal is to claim all of the original home planets that these factions start out on, not necessarily any of the others that they explore.
Isn't that kind of really shitty behavior?
Oh, it's not ideal, no, but
it's pretend.
But it's pretend and also a historical sort of simulation, as if this were an alternate reality where all of these different factions knew each other and were playing on randomized maps. And
does it matter then that I've built like 5 army hangars and nothing else? I think my people are starving. What button do I hit to feed my people?
You should probably find a food source.
How do I do that? There's like 80 things on the screen. I'm used to games where you just go pew pew and things explode and, jumps and shoots.
Well, 3 of your 5 hangars are you removed a food source, so...
Yeah, because I'm trying to start a war!
Can I search online for how to build a food co-op? This game's name.
How to build food-based settlement YNet.
I just is fascinated, and I think is like sitting down with her back against the wall and her knees like clutched into her chest, like watching everyone play this game and absorbing as much as she can, and occasionally will whisper
cheating
and try to just ask the game to give Skye extra stuff.
Theriac, you know that there are random events in this game that occasionally happen.
Yeah.
Skye has wild luck in this game. Some of these random events, you're like, wow, you the meteor full of resources just fell right next to your base, and you were able to you getting so many experiment boons and things like this, which are really jumping forward a lot of things. Every new area of the map that's revealed seems to be a little better for Skye.
How do I keep getting fucking droughts? There's a lot of droughts happening.
I think Theriac is just very just witnessing everyone trying to figure out this game, and in their own way, this is their game of while they figure out the game, they're figuring out everyone else and watching how they react to all the different stimuli. And
Azhaam, can you give me a perception check?
I'd love
please?
to. Yeah. 18. 12 plus 6.
There are these so this is all built around galactic civilizations. But you see that there are these other things called the equivalent of city-states in civilization, smaller civilizations, which aren't player-based, but you can connect your civilization to, and they give you different boons and different resources and all this. You do see a particularly powerful one. There's a you get an inbox notification on your personal plaything from the Cert Energy Company.
I wipe it off the map.
There is this shift whilst playing that Azhaam starts building military units, and everybody gets this little notification of player 2, and then it has the civilization that you're playing, has started a war with the Cert Energy Company.
I definitely picked the civilization that's probably best known for farming or energy, or just diplomacy. Like, I picked the equivalent of freaking Canada, and yet I'm at war with a city-state right now.
Who's playing Cert Energy?
That's one of the. I literally just forgot the word for
NPC?
NPC AI. Jesus.
AI.
There you go.
Yes, that's one of the
What?
AI players.
Just, they've got a lot of power in it. I'm not comfortable with it.
Whoa!
So I feel like... Don't worry, I'm not going to hurt anyone here. You know, I don't want to war with you. By the way, do you want all of this uranium? Because I'm not going to use it.
I don't know. I have like 300 uranium right now. Is that good?
Oh, wow, you're going to build a lot of bombs, huh?
Yeah.
Can everyone give me a culture check, regardless of whether or not you're, you know it? Aside from Azhaam.
4. Can I have a waffle? Please, can I roll above a 15 at some point in this campaign?
17.
Nice. This is a base level of knowledge that everyone knows, and then I'll move up in understanding. The Cert Energy Company is a major corporation. Skye, you'd know this from growing up on Saga, that they are they're one of the big ones of upper deckers. They just it's like if you put your name on a bill and you live in a place that needs to be heated, cooled, anything like that, you are going to give some money to the Cert Energy Company. You have overseen, heard about, been in many meetings about a merger between your company, which is the brewery mining company, and Cert Energy. They are joining together these two absolute mega corporations. Huge. Theriac, even where you're from, you kind of know this company. Throughout your travels, especially on Idun picks up a lot of waywards, as it were, from people just looking for work and just trying to pick up anything. You know that there are people who there are entire biomes which have been completely stripped of resources because of Cert Energy.
Hey, Azhaam, it says here that my army's power level is like 80%. Could I give some of that to you to help with your war against Cert Energy?
Sure. I love that, actually. And I'll, you know, of all those rebellions that's been happening in your cities, just notice a lot less. I just click withdraw spies. I've been fomenting local unrest for way too long. It's pretty much everyone here.
You're good at this game, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. I have no idea why.
This is so interesting.
Yeah, that's I'm OP at this game. He's a tactician. He picked up on like the internal tactics of the game and already he's exploiting the shit out of them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. Does anyone want to engage in diplomacy with me? Maybe.
Why? Why don't we just burn it to the ground?
Oh, them? Yeah, gone. Already working on it. It's just I'm not a big fan of energy companies. You know, they always seem to take more than they give.
Their impacts are a lot wider than I think they're, or maybe as much as they're aware of. They're ignorant to, I should perhaps say.
Yeah, and they're taking that spot on the map where I wanted to put a farm. So I say let's get rid of them.
Deal. You're being pretty quiet.
I'm just watching. I'm having a nice time.
Speaking of which, you're gonna go to work after all this, huh? Where do you work? Curious.
I work wherever there's work.
So you're like a freelancer?
Yes.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you freelancing for right now?
Some friends of mine.
That sounds nice.
What are you doing?
Oh, well, I'm bringing them those drinks.
All right.
It's for a party we're having.
A party? That's exciting. What for?
Oh, just some, big celebration they're having.
Do you get to, like, dress up and stuff, and there's fancy food?
I do. So my friend Quinn is going to help me find a dress because I really don't have anything that's exactly what I would need for something this big. I've got, like, this set of nice clothes, but everything else is a little bit ratty. And, but he promised that he would get me something suitable for the ball, and I'm very excited.
Oh, it's
What
a
makes you think this-
ball.
What makes you think the stuff you own is ratty?
It's just got a lot of dirt on it and holes.
We can darn this also right up.
It's not. I do a bit of mending myself, but it's not exactly what.
You wear to a ball.
Yes, I just want it to be perfect.
Do you have a suitor going to this ball with you?
No,
No, I'm sorry.
should I?
Sometimes.
I'll be your suitor.
When I went to a
Uh,
Skye, are you offering?
Yes, absolutely. I'll get all dressed up all nice. I'll bring you flowers. I'll meet the parents.
That's what they do. Yes. I would like that.
I mean, when I
Well, you can't meet my parents anyway.
I mean, it depends,
but-
right? Like if it's a company merger, probably not expecting meet the mum and dad, or dad and dad, or mum and mum, but
No, I don't get the feeling that this is quite like that.
still
How come I
having a
can't
date.
meet your parents?
Because they won't be there.
You
I
know-
don't know why. I was expecting you to say your parents were dead. I was really expecting you to say your parents were dead. Sorry, I hang around so many orphans. I think it's desensitized me to it.
I believe it depends on the function. If it's a philanthropy event, I doubt parents are involved.
I mean,
Well,
when I-
actually, I believe parents would be very involved in a philanthropy event.
did you never go to a dance in like school or something?
I never went to school.
Ike?
I never got invited before now, so
That's hard. You know, sometimes kids can be a bit cruel. But, now's the chance to have the dreams you've always wanted. That's what adulthood is about. It's about, looking at your childhood saying, I don't like that bit. Reimagining it. Although I would not change my first dance for anything.
What was that like?
Well, I didn't go. My date showed up with a bunch of hot rolls, and instead of going to dance, we went to a local caldera, and we looked at animals and ate and danced alone for a good time.
Are you still in touch with them?
I was for a while, but these people grow apart. I think past 30 years, I haven't seen him.
What about you, Theriac? Have you ever been to a dance?
Definitely, look at them, they're dashing.
I bet they have.
I bet Theriac had more than 8 dates.
I think as everyone is like giving Theriac, like kind of like gassing Theriac up, like they're like little petals, just like like bloom a little bit.
See, blushing, blooming. I bet one off of each stem.
The education system that I grew up in and later got my degree in, dances were not part of the culture, unfortunately.
What did you guys do for, like, gatherings and fun and stuff?
Well,
Team interaction.
I grew up in a very religious society, actually in the what's the word for like the far out? Like beyond this system.
Reaches.
Yeah, you could just far
reaches?
like far reaches. I think people.
The far reaches.
Yeah.
That's yeah. I actually grew up on a planet called Raxel in the far reaches. Very difficult to get to from here. Several, so long time to get there. But we are primarily known as being the sort of this the religious place of the photo religion. So lots of celebrations were more dedicated to the cultivator and the equilibrium of the universe and balance between all things, and not necessarily jovial isn't quite the right word, but very reverent. And then of course in medical school there's not really dances.
You a believer, Theriac?
I am, yeah. It's a strange line to toe between a believer and a scientist.
No, it's not.
I think that's quite beautiful.
I think it's pretty weird that you're so devout to a creator and kind of play one at the same time. I think that's pretty hardcore.
How about this game?
I don't think they thought about it like that.
Yeah,
I know.
I want at least a bunch of these space animals, or I may have to. You may notice some of your art going missing.
You're stealing art?
Oh, from the government collections, right?
Yeah.
I think Theriac just like takes a moment to be like, "Wow, that was it." You know that TikTok audio that's like I think it's from
The interview with John Mulaney.
It's the interview with John Mulaney where it's like, and that's why you're afraid to really truly open. He's like, oh. It's so good. That's exactly what just happened to Theriac.
Is there any other scenes that we'd like to do? Are we gonna?
I just keep watching as they play and occasionally just ask the computer to do little favors for Skye.
I think Theriac does come back around to Aig, and just sits next to her and is just, "You all right?"
Oh, fine. Just, it's fun to watch. I don't think it's my kind of game.
No.
Mm-mm.
I've only been fairly recently introduced to these, so I understand it's not for everyone.
It's more fun to watch. Not that I've played, but it's fun to watch, and I would just like to keep watching. I'm glad that you brought it.
I didn't expect for the other two to take to it so keenly.
It's very intense.
Very intense. Sort of interesting to watch. Putting out these, I don't want to say enrichment items, because you aren't subjects, but to see everyone interact with these objects in different ways. Curious.
If you discover anything interesting about us, will you let us know, at least?
Depends on the information.
Would you like to see something?
What would I be seeing?
And she just gets a little giggly and, like, has them, like, lean in really close. And they'll whisper, just watch this. And she's going to whisper and ask the game to just glitch and delete one of Cert Energy's, like, buildings.
as you command, as you wish, a building just like there's like a small like a buffer frame where the game kind of and then as it like returns, a building is just gone.
Azhaam, did you do that?
No, I didn't. That's weird.
Weird. I'm gonna take my navy in from the north. You can take the other sides?
Yeah, sure.
Radical.
Say, how did you get so good at killing things and pincer techniques?
What techniques?
It's when you flank someone from both sides.
Oh, I don't know. I like video games.
Nice. It's a
Are we
handy
all-
thing to know.
Are we almost at the space station?
As you acknowledge it, there's a like neon sign which seems to be it's been taken from a bar, and some of the letters have been pulled and changed into other things, which and it lights up this bright neon purple, and it indicates that you have to it's time to go back to your seats now, as it says coming in for landing.
All right, everybody, I'll be taking those controllers from you. And just kind of goes around collecting them.
I was half expecting him to like sanitize them.
Yeah.
Back. Maybe next time I can show you my game, Doc.
Right. I'm not sure there will be a next time. I'm headed back to the Dune after this.
Well, why don't we give you a lift? We have a drift core now, yeah? Save you the bus fare.
Sure. Better to do it privately than through a... I would be very glad to accept such a fare.
Welcome aboard. All right, take your seats.
Yeah,
You
I
all-
sit down.
Yeah, you all take your seats. Scrap flicks on the seatbelt sign. Everyone fastens themselves in. A green light flashes above Scrap, and a voice comes in asking for flight numbers and all this technical jargon, which Scrap responds, and then parks up. The Patchwork flows in softly, but then has a quite rough landing. You haven't actually felt it proper land, as it's been just like suspended in air every time you picked it up, and it lands large chunk. Everyone like falls down and then is raised back up by this absolutely barbaric suspension that Scrap has installed. Right, there we go. Everyone's able to go. Everyone can take off the seatbelts, get up out of the seats, make sure you have everything. I'm gonna refuel. We'll head back off again in like an hour or two. And the gate goes down, the doors open, and ahead of you is this long hallway, one which you're not in Hall A anymore. You're in a different area, but looks practically exactly the same. Just a long, very sterile hallway, like an airport. There's a few guards at the end to check for weapons and whatnot. But you're all the gate lowers and you're all able to do whatever it is you'd like to do and get on with.
Do we all want to stick together?
Oh, that'd be fine.
I'm okay with it. I do want to visit a friend.
By yourself?
I mean, sure, she wouldn't mind if all of us went.
Yeah, I'd like to meet her. And I'm bored, and I want to leave the ship.
As you get off, Scrap turns to you and is like, "Hey, Skye, can you pick up some food when you're gone, just for the trip to wherever we end up going next?"
Pick up food, but I can't pick up log bolts. I get it.
You're welcome to pick up log bolts. Just make sure you don't take longer than 2 hours. I don't want to
Yeah, okay.
be stuck here. All right.
Got it.
Would you guys like to go first? What's our little plan? You can of course just say you just stay on board for the 2 hours if you'd like, until Scrap is finished refueling, or you can go do your bits.
I think that it might be better if I just drop this off on my own. There's a lot of rules and restrictions in the area.
Yeah, you don't want us to get have to sign in and stuff.
We're a motley crew. It's fine.
Good. And also, I'm not embarrassed, actually. It's just that there are lots of metal detectors and other detectors and things. So I just, it's a whole to do, and I don't want to take up
Hey, Ike,
too
I
much
felt
time.
more and more weird about it the more you had to explain. You could have just said we didn't have to come with you.
I-
It's
okay.
Get out of
Thank
here.
you, Skye.
Goofy.
Okay, goodbye. And I'll scurry off with my drinks.
You pick up this big drink and go scurry off. Azhaam, you're gonna go visit your friend.
Yep.
And we're going to follow because they're presumably in the marketplace.
You, the three of you all get to the market at the same time. Azhaam, you walk down a path that you know pretty well. You've been there quite a lot, and you see. There's. I was just like, who is speaking? And I just realized that there's advertisements playing at the same time, like in-universe advertisements, and I was like, that is throwing me off.
Clear of
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Like, that is throwing me so much.
Yeah,
Let's
that
turn
guy
that
needs
up.
to shut his yap.
Man, I'm so tired of those freaking quantum energy drink ads.
It's
Feels like they're everywhere these days.
only for a
you
limited
know?
time.
you should see my personal computer. Keep on trying to sell me heated blankets. Heated blankets. Me.
Yeah, I guess they didn't really reach their target audience. Huh?
There is fully an advert for an energy drink, which is like, well, hey there, if you buy 10 energy drinks, you get 1 token. If you get 10 tokens, you are able to get 20% off of tickets to
the
Wild
sweepstakes.
It's
no.
fully advertising Wild Time. There's like this energy drink with this like little
Logo and all
little
the
logo on it.
animals.
Whenever you
Oh,
pick one up, it like
horrible.
responds to you, and it's like, well, you certainly gonna picked a drink with that packs a punch.
Is there? I don't think we had decided this. Is there like a mascot?
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
it is.
It's the zoo now, hon. There's a
You can tell that it's a mascot. A humanoid version of Subject 1. It has the same tendrils and translucent skin, but has a Tony the Tiger face, and it's like, yeah, it looks literally nothing like. If you put the two of them side by side, you didn't know, it looks absolutely nothing like it.
Oh, this makes Theriac want to die. Oh my god.
You're right. You look a bit
Yeah, the mascot freaks me out, too. Oh, wait. We know you run the park. You run the park. Did you not know about the marketing campaign?
I wish. I don't run the park. I am the co-founder and head scientist for Wild Times. I don't know why I said
Wild Times.
just being honest, more we see of this place, more it looks like a zoo to me. Or an amusement park.
It is a
Or maybe an amusement
zoological
park comes zoo.
educational institution.
It's educational. Why does that thing look like?
I mean, like,
Okay.
I feel like they probably have a hard time marketing an educational facility to children. So
I
maybe
also feel like
it's
we're
just-
maybe-
Exactly. Yes. Thank you,
I
Skye.
feel like we're maybe
A large portion of our clientele caters to educating young people. Young people like images of cartoons and animals
Yeah.
that aren't just, photographs.
You know what? Actually, now you're saying it makes total sense. This place is clearly, really educational. You must have worked very hard, Theriac. It seems like what's happening is I'm putting my own perceptions on things. And that's not fair to you, and I'm sorry.
And I'm the target demographic, so.
Feel free to, like, roll a sense motive to see if I'm bluffing, because I am!
Norden, you can set the DC for that.
I'm not. That seems way more appealing than an educational center.
How about a 25?
I did roll a bluff check. And I got a nat 20.
Well, you can decide, since it's your lie and bluff. So you're welcome to say that you...
It's true.
Whatever. You can say whatever you want.
You can... Whether it's true or not is not a thing you can tell, necessarily. But he is trying to comfort you. That's what I'll let you know.
Theriac just, like, huffs a little bit and just... I appreciate that.
Yeah. Also, I feel like maybe we should start poking on this topic because it's clearly really important to you. I give, like, a somewhat meaningful look to Skye.
That'd be great.
So have you ever been to, like, the surface of a moon before? Yeah, I'm making conversation. That's what you do.
I believe briefly for an expedition. Nothing extensive. You, Skye?
Where? A moon?
Yeah.
I've never really been off of Saga. Not to my memory, anyway.
What's Saga like?
Shit. It's a metropolis planet, and it's pretty divided economically. I wouldn't recommend going there for a vacation unless you can really afford it, you know?
Yes, I understand.
I've not really been far off my planet either.
Well, that drift core is gonna change that.
No,
isn't
it's probably, explore the world. This time you don't need to check. He's lying. He doesn't. There's a very different reason for why he doesn't want to go back home.
So where's this cafe that we're going to?
You walk and you get to the cafe. It's very busy today. There's tens of different races. It seems to be quite like a small cafe. It's kind of like tucked away near the like sleeping quarters. But we seem to be in a bit of a morning/brunch rush. And so although it's small, with only like a few tables and chairs, it is packed out the hilt. It is completely done. You do see Azhaam though, a 4-armed barista who is pulling a bunch of orders and tickets and putting them up. 4 arms, like grey skin, a long their head which goes like back quite a long way, wearing this like uniform with a little apron that's well stained with some form of viscous fluid, and they are pulling orders, cutting sandwiches, things like that. They see you and they perk up. Oh hey, hi, how's it going? I ain't seen you in a little bit. Had your mission go okay?
Yeah, it went well. I brought your firms back.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Skye. It's nice to meet you too,
Yeah.
Keely. It's nice to meet you.
These are my friends. This is Skye.
Hi there. It's nice to meet you. Can I get y'all anything?
You look busy. Hi, nice to meet you.
This being entirely made out of gas with just like a small like brain with eyes floating in the middle, like and it's like, I'll get to you. I'm doing your order now.
Oh, take care of the line first.
You sure I can't get you anything?
I'm perfectly fine. Thank you for the offer.
I wouldn't mind trying what one of those hot morning brown drinks tastes like when it's fresh.
Morning brown?
Morning
I
brown.
can get you a more. We're not legally allowed to call it coffee since it has none of the consistency
meant
or
to be
ingredients of
coffee?
coffee. No, it's our recipe. We kind of stole it from you lot. We call it morning brown. It's exactly what it says. It's brown. You drink it in the morning and it energizes you. But oh my god, do not drink it if it's cold. It gets so bad. It's like quite dangerous, like almost poisonous.
Cool.
So how y'all doing?
I'm good. We went to Leviathan's Eye.
Exciting. Why'd you go there?
Job. I brought you a keychain. I pull out a keychain.
Oh, Oh, this is. Thank you, dear.
That'll
This
sell
is,
for quite a lot pretty soon, since it's from a theme park
Yep.
that no longer exists.
It's quite morbid. Yeah, I will take that. Thank you, hon. They put it inside of their apron pocket.
Yeah, we're gonna need. I
thank you
count the
very
number
much.
of people on the ship, which is 5. We're gonna need 5 different meals of various kinds. I think Theriac only eats plant matter, yeah.
It's a little assumptive. I'm perfectly fine with anything.
How much can I get for? I hold out my. How many credits do I have? Hold on. Oh, I have enough credits to pay for everyone. It's fine. 31 credits is enough, I'm sure. Yeah, I've got a very small amount of credits. I came from prison, okay?
Oh dear. Yeah,
Don't be
that'll be fine. I'll use my discount and it'll be 25. That's okay.
I pull out 25 credits, hand it over
Thank you.
almost immediately, without even thinking.
The credits are kind of stored on a stick, but there are these physical copies that are like solid hologram almost. And you pick,
I press the 20 button and the 5 button.
and it uploads, and he's like, oh, there it is. Okay, there's no trouble. Hey, go get a seat or fan somewhere. I'll bring it over to you in no time.
Sure, yeah. Oh, by the way, sandwich was really good. Thanks for that.
I'm glad that my my very basic put thing in thing made a good enough sandwich. I'm glad with that.
Did you finish your crossword?
I did. You helped me out very much. There's other bits I'm stuck on, but they're all history stuff that I don't care for.
Maybe we could help with one.
Maybe so. They pull from their like little apron, just like this, like quite thin stick that they click, and it there's like a holograph like falls out of it, and they like 2 of their arms continue to make these little sandwiches, and their eyes occasionally look over to look at receipts in their hand, whereas there's their two of their forearms fills in a passcode and then hands it over. Best of luck.
Is there anything on there we know?
Yeah, give me a culture, all of you.
The curse has lifted. I got a 19.
Beautiful. The question is the name of the what is the name of the Shirin Queen before her assassination on Nert Noir? Everyone who rolled above 15 knows that Nert Noir are these 2 planets that are connected by an organic bridge. It is a major hub for Shirins, which are these little like bug type people. And you would know that the queen that was assassinated is Nimrada, which is Nymrida, Nimrada. She was assassinated about 43 years ago through Earth years, but that's like universal time. And you fill it in, and there is a bidding, and you
Sweet.
get the
Nimrada, I know that. I met the son of the person that did it one time.
Of the assassin?
Wow.
Yeah. They made a stop on Saga once, and we got talking, and it was just part of the conversation.
You've had quite an interesting life, eh?
Yeah, you could say that. A lot of interesting people just land on Saga.
Yeah. I'm seeing that. I had no idea that planets connected with an organic bridge.
I think just this one.
That's wild. I'd like to see it someday.
Oh, it's a big universe out there. You will.
Well, I come from. I pull up. Yeah, I pull up the records for my planet. But I don't look at them. I don't look at any of the history. I don't look like what it recently is. I just pull it up and like hand it over.
Cool. I'm assuming it's like a lava planet.
There's tons of volcanoes.
It was a fresh planet, very, very new in the solar system that it inhabits.
Very curious.
Almost entirely still molten rock, and the Ifrit people, being basically humanoid lava based creatures, they lived, thrived for just on that planet for many years. If you'd like to read further, you are welcome to. But that is the page that Azhaam hands you.
This is the iPad that we've stolen from the cafe, right?
Yeah, you are on a search engine browser. Yeah.
Neat. We should probably go back to their crossword, though, but maybe we can look it up when we get back on the ship. Maybe we can visit at some point.
No, it's a very hot planet for
Well,
beings
we're
like
very
yourself.
hot people, so we'll blend right in.
There's a station for there's a space station just above it for connections to, well, turns out we're located in kind of a highway nowadays. So that was 30 years ago. Nowadays for him is 30 years ago. But so it's like we're located on some kind of a highway. So there's a station above where mostly, we mingle with non-Ifrit, but the planet itself, well, it's literally a lot of it's rather molten. Last I checked.
Well, maybe we can go to the station, say hi to your family or something.
What was your question, Andre? Sorry.
What was the name of this planet again?
Is that an in-character question, or is that just a
Out of character.
out-of-character question?
I assume it would have been on the...
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
The name of the planet is Erum, I believe. Erum. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Erum.
Erum. This is enough of that. I turn it off. So, Salga, Aram, Dune, right? Where do you think Guy's from?
I thought she said she was from the space station.
From here?
Also, anybody else not have an issue with her being embarrassed of us until she brought it up? Was that just me? Was that just me?
Nah, it's fine.
Do we want to go surprise her? Do we want to go embarrass her on purpose?
No. Okay, well, listen. Last thing that people who are embarrassed want is for someone to just show up and enforce themselves upon you. You know, give it time. She'll warm up to us.
Okay.
Probably, maybe, likely. Look, I'm guessing that her relationship with her employers isn't the greatest.
And I feel like our friendship is less likely to blossom if we get in the way of her ball.
Probably.
You seem very dead set on friendship.
Me? Why wouldn't you be?
You don't like having friends, Theriac?
I'm not sure that in my field, in my career path, friends are of the highest caliber.
Friends are a dangerous proposition in my, let's call it a profession. But I still have them. Had.
I have acquaintances. I have Lynn. If we end up going towards Idun, perhaps you will meet him there.
Theriac, that might be the saddest thing I've heard in a long time.
Are your drinks done?
We cut from there and move over to the business district, or more businessy, where Aig walks up to these large doors that separate the sound of this like quite loud kind of airport to the quieter office space. There's a guard who has a holo computer in front of them, and they are moving names and just seem to be fiddling. They poke their head around. They're human. They have just like longer hair, which is done up in a bun, as well as wearing a like suit jacket over what is clearly a VA11 employee t-shirt. Oh, hey, sorry. Hi there. How can I help you?
I'm expected. I have to meet with Quinn.
Okie dokes. Yeah, sure. Can I get your name?
Ike?
Okay. You're hitting me, Quinn? Is it? Who? What? What? Where do you work? What is the place? Is the meeting for anything?
Yes, it's not scheduled because I was, I needed some time to get back, but I have something that he has purchased. Just making a delivery.
Great. Quinn. Okay, we got a couple of Quins on here. Where is it about that they work?
Sorry, brewery mining.
Okay. Yeah, no, sure. Yeah, 1 second. They put their hand to their ear. Hey, yeah, what's the group with the brewery mining company? No, we got someone here waiting for him. Yeah, I thought so. No, they're not turning up. Okay. I'm sorry, I? Was it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they left. 8-10 hours ago. I don't know where they were. They didn't say they were meeting anyone. But they went back to Saga, so maybe they're supposed to meet there.
All right, and there's no chance that they're coming back here.
I can check. They don't have any meetings scheduled. Not here, no.
All right, just a confusion on my part then.
All right.
Have a nice day.
Yeah, you too.
And on her phone device, she pulls up to text or send a message to Quinn. You just say, "You're not here, but your drinks are!" Exclamation point. And sends. A few seconds later, "Not to worry though. On my way to Saga now. I'll find a lift." Smiley face.
After
I'm sorry, I can't. This is the worst. These people are the worst.
After a little bit, you get a red notification. A few minutes go by, and then 3 dots, and then a question mark comes up. Then a few more dots, and a message says, "Oh, cool. See you here."
Thumbs up emoji. Ike is going to walk back towards the main market area for a little bit and decide that she's not ready to do that. So she's going to go back to where the ship was parked, and she's going to reread those last 5 text messages a couple of times while she waits for the rest of the crew to come back.
And as I go on,
Are we starting to wrap up this session?
I was gonna wrap up there unless you had.
I was gonna say, do we all want to already be at the Patchwork? And as Ig arrives, can we turn around and say something along the lines of like, "Hey, we weren't gonna leave without ya"?
I'm confused. I
offer to wrap one arm kind of jokingly around you. So, do you have any dietary preferences? Because we didn't know, so I got one of everything.
No, really anything is fine.
I did make sure to pick up a little bit of lactose for you.
Theriac! What a good doctor.
from the back of the ship, you hear a, "Hey, is that who I think it is?" And then walking out, you see Scrap, who's cleanly doing some maintenance, and it's just like wiping some oil from their fur. How's it going?
I don't be to impose. Is there still room on board for me?
I honestly thought you were already planning on coming, which is why I said we weren't going to leave without you, which I now realize was a very foolish thing to say. Don't I look like a doofus?
Nah, I had a feeling she'd be back too.
What does that mean?
I'm just saying, Scrap is pretty irresistible.
That's true.
Back off. I'm her suitor.
I don't do well in
my
balls anyway.
life.
Hey, dances ain't my thing. Right, to Saga?
To Saga.
To
To
Saga?
Saga. Everyone get in your chairs. Takeoff's in 5. Scrap walks in, flicks on the taking off light, and you all get in your chairs. The ramp goes up and closes, and the Patchwork takes off for Saga. And that's where we're going to leave it for today, gang.
I
beautiful
have
time.
never wanted to keep playing a game more than I do right now.
Hello, beautiful souls. Thank you so much for listening to the Atomless. Our music today was provided by Alexander Nakarada by subscribing to their Patreon at patreon.com/Anakarada, which is spelt Anakarada. Now, ambience was provided by Michael Gelfi under their podcast and content creators fair use, and also by subscribing to their Patreon, which you'd also definitely do because their ambience has taken this podcast to a whole new level. It's so good it makes me want to scream. That is patreon.com/Michael Gelfi, which is MichaelGhelfi. The song that you're listening to right now is by Matt Harris. It is Strange Stuff, and it is also a thing that we have the license for because it's fair use and it's fucking amazing. I love this song very much. Our players today were Super Dylan, who plays Ig. They are Super Dylan on all social media. Norden Ali, who plays Azhaam, going by the handle Werewolf Feels. Andre, who plays Theriac, going by the handle Andre Riviera Art. Momo O'Brien playing Skye, who goes by the handle Momo O'Brien. And myself, Matthew Ekberg, who is Captain Krail pretty much everywhere. And to our hosts, the Welcome Inn. You can find the live plays of the Atomless on their Twitch channel every other Wednesday, which is the Wednesday where the podcast is not coming out, as well as Conundrum Company, Off the Rails, which are their 2 major shows, as well as so many more beautiful things. I cannot speak higher of the team. They've helped us and me out so much. I love them. I love you. If they've listened this far, I love you. And yeah, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you so much. And I hope that the next time that this little crew takes off into the Atomless Sea, I hope you're there to join us. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Bye-bye.